Hi, welcome back to On The Volley. We're here at the Shamrock Irish Pub in the centre of Rome, just round the corner from the Colosseum. What I like to call the Gladiators Pub. Because, you know, the myth, the rumour, the legend is the gladiators used to come here to drink. Now, I don't know whether it was before or after, okay, their bout in the arena. If you're ever in Rome, come down, okay. It's the best pub in Rome, just round the corner from the Colosseum.
It's a great pub.
It is a great pub. I'm here with Keeper.
Hello, how are you doing?
And we're here today to talk about that man, Ange Postecoglou. Now, they lost, okay, after being 2-0 up, Keeper. After being 2-0 up, they've done it again. They lost, okay, at the end it was 4-3, okay, against Chelsea. I don't think anyone expected them to beat Chelsea because Chelsea have been on some seriously good form.
Some great momentum from Chelsea, and they're getting better and better and better, aren't they?
Yeah, well, Chelsea had just come in, okay, unnoticed, under the radar.
Yeah, and I mean, yesterday's game, Tottenham were 2-0 up, and it was two kind of slips from
Cucurella. Yeah. Oh dear. Schoolboy errors, because I mean, let's be honest,
definitely.
You know, when you're warming up, okay, or even before in training, you know, you should know.
You kind of measure that, don't you? And you realise maybe I shouldn't put blades. I need to put a longer stud on.
I don't know what he had on there, but I know that he chucked it in the bin. But look, let's get back to Ange, yeah? Okay, you know, he's lost another game from 2-0 down. That happened against Brighton. It's happened against Chelsea. All the knives are out.
The knives are sharpening. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, is it Ange or is it the players? For me, Tottenham are really good one game, and then they're not at the races the next.
They lack consistency. They've been lacking consistency all season, yeah? But, you know, how much, okay, has the fact that their squad is very thin, yeah, and they've had a lot of injuries. I mean, look, he picked Romero, and he picked Van der Ven, yeah? Now, in my opinion, if Ange had been in a more solid, okay, situation, I don't think he would have picked them. He would have given them more time to recover.
Well, you've got what you've got, you know, and you've got to make the best of it, right? That's the way it is.
But he doesn't have a lot, does he?
He doesn't have a great deal of depth. No, a lot of teams in the Premiership are like that, actually, in the minute. Apart from, you know, your real top teams like your Liverpool's, your Man Cities, who are not doing fantastically well at the minute. But I think.
But how many of these teams have as many injuries and as many players out as Spurs do?
You know, obviously I'm a Newcastle United supporter, and last year, with that mix of the Champions League and everything, it was a big problem for us. We had 11 players out.
And you suffered.
Massively.
You suffered, and we saw that in your results. And I think that's the same thing happening. So, you know, is Ange to blame?
I don't think Ange is to blame. Yeah, they're a team that blow hot and cold. Look what they did to Manchester City just the other week there.
Yeah, they beat them twice.
I mean, but...
Like A team and B team, if you want to say.
They destroyed them, right? And everything they touched turned to gold, you know? Sometimes you watch Tottenham, and they make the plays in, but the thing is that they can't hit the target. The balloon and everything above the bar, and you know.
Well, Son has missed a few opportunities this season. I think he's lost a lot of confidence. Look, I mean, I've been listening to some of the other channels, okay, and you know, some of them like TalkSport. I'll say, you know, it's not a problem for me. You know, I've listened to the Spurs fans phone in, and one particular fan, can't remember his name. He's saying that, you know, Ange Postecoglou doesn't have a clue, but you can't blame Ange, okay? You know, you've got to look at the squad. and the squad depth, okay, and he blames Levy and Ennick, yeah, and a lot of the fans blame them and think they should go out. And they've actually had a poll, yeah, and I think the guy's called Majestic on TalkSport, and he's a Spurs supporter, and they said that the poll, there's 57% of the Spurs supporters are behind Ange. 43 they are not. They want him out.
I really don't see why you can't be behind Ange Postecoglou, because I think he brings to the table a good product of football. I think his game plan and the way he wants to play football is exciting. It's really good, it's really aggressive, it's attacking. Maybe, or is it the fact that a lot of these players can't kind of grasp his philosophy?
Well, that is a good point as well, because there's quite a discussion on this as well, yeah? There's a lot of, there are people out there that saying that the players he's got, okay, aren't able to adapt to Ange's style of play. And, I saw another comment somewhere, okay, right, that Ange is missing players like Kyogo and Dyson Maeda, okay, who we had at Celtic. Kyogo's an attacker, Dyson is on the wing, okay, but these players would track back, okay, and they would run, okay, for the whole 90 minutes, yeah, back and forth. It's like they got 4 lungs.
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, what you've just mentioned there, I mean, those 2 players in particular, they're all over the pitch. If you look at the heat map, sometimes when you see these heat maps at the end, and you see what in the meters they've ran and the kilometres actually. But is it that, some of the players in Ange's team at Tottenham are a bit lazier?
That has been said as well, so...
It's kind of beneath me.
Yeah.
It's not my job to track back there, it's not whereas I think...
I hear what you're saying, and to a certain degree, I do agree with that, but then you have to look at how he started off last season, yeah? They were flying, first 10 games, unbeaten, okay, and their style of football. Look, they lost to Chelsea 4-3 after being 2-0 up, yeah? And one of the fans that phoned in, he stayed to the end, he said that the atmosphere wasn't as toxic as he expected it to be. It wasn't as toxic as it was on the previous game, but, it's a case of that last season, when they went down to 9 men, and he still played with a high line, and they were still attacking, and they had chances, and they gave him a game, even though they lost 4-1, the Spurs fans gave him a standing ovation. Now, this time around, that wasn't the case.
Well, I mean, I know the last few times we played at St James's Park, last season we screwed them. We really did. Sorry if you're a Tottenham fan.
Goes back to consistency.
You know what I mean? But I just think that, me personally, I think Ange Postecoglou has a certain kind of game plan, and I think that his players don't get his tenacity, the physicality, the way he wants them to play.
I hear what you're saying, but I still go back to the occasions when they play, okay, and they're so exciting and they're so dangerous, Again, I go, there are occasions they play to Ange's style of football, there are occasions that they don't. So, it's a consistency level.
Is it? Obviously, I heard today, I think we spoke about this earlier, but...
they're looking at... Oh, they've got Neil Lennon.
And basically he said that Ange Postecoglou isn't kind of, during the game, is not as vocal as he should be when...
Oh, the management during the game. Yeah, but hold on a second. Look, let's be honest, okay, right? If you're a manager, you've got the players, okay, on the training pitch, you work, you do your, the practice, okay, free kicks, okay, corners, okay,
well,
you do training. Yeah, so,
you've got your game plan.
So if okay, if the manager has told you what he wants and you're practicing it on the training pitch, why should he have to repeat that when the game's on?
Well, I kind of...
Is it not down to the players to transfer what they've practiced and have been, taught and, what's been told to them onto the game?
Well, me personally, I mean, coaching football for many years, not at an adult or professional level, but more with 16 to 18-year-olds. Yes, you have a game plan, but yes, you've got to help these guys and girls out during the game, sometimes because it's lack of experience. But that shouldn't be the way with a Premier League football team. Really.
No, exactly. Well, that's what I'm talking about. How much do they fucking earn? You know what I mean?
We're saying the same thing, but you can't blame Ange Postecoglou for, they go out with a game plan. And you wouldn't even hear her anyway, would you?
Yeah, but
you wouldn't hear him anyway screaming and shouting because of
absolutely,
the stadium.
But it's not just that. That's not him. But look, there was at the end those two stupid, tackles by Bissouma.
Yes.
Okay, and Shah. And I mean that is schoolboy errors.
Yeah.
You give away 2 penalties.
And they were just so unnecessary.
Exactly.
So unnecessary.
Exactly.
Christ, you've got to control yourself a bit there.
But they had lost Romero after 15 minutes, was it? 20 minutes?
So, yeah.
And then at the end, on the 70th minute, I think Van der Ven went off as well.
I mean, obviously you said before, like, the knives are being sharpened and, obviously there are some Tottenham supporters that probably never wanted him in the first place. He wasn't a big enough manager for them.
Well, because they didn't know him.
And they've had big managers, and that didn't work. So,
thank you. You have brought up a great point which I'd forgotten. Excuse me. The camera panned to Levy, and Levy did not look happy. And news has come out, and again, it's speculation and rumours that Tottenham are looking at Silva, from Fulham, to take over Ange. Now, the question is this. They've changed 6 managers in 6 years, I believe, 14 in 23, Same fucking result.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, do they honestly believe that changing Ange is going to improve it after they've done the same thing time and time again, and it hasn't?
No. Tottenham have to work with Postecoglou and build, and I think if he comes through this season, obviously they're going to spend more money. Hopefully for them, they will spend more money in the summer. He will get further key players. He'd probably be coming and robbing from Celtic, by the way.
Yeah, probably.
that is for sure, if he gets the money. But like I said, big managers in the past haven't made a difference to what happens at Tottenham Hotspur, and I think Postecoglou needs time.
I agree with you. Right, listen, I'm going to finish off with 2 questions. Number 1, okay, right, do you think the Southampton game is key, I believe, If they lose to Southampton, do you think he'll get sacked?
Well, he's going to definitely be tottering on that tightrope, isn't he?
Well, they're playing Liverpool after that.
And so, if he comes out of that game, the Southampton game, what happens if he loses against Liverpool? You can't
judge on that. You expect Liverpool to win, yeah.
I mean, surely. If he does lose to Southampton, yes, there's going to be a lot of questions asked, and there's going to be a lot of backlash from fans.
Absolutely. The atmosphere will get even more toxic. Now, if he was the Newcastle manager and this was how things were going, would you be Ange in or Ange out?
Quite like what you did there. You said if he was a Newcastle manager, how?
Oh, sorry. You know what I'm like, yeah. So as a Newcastle fan,
no, but you added how.
Yeah. I didn't even realise that. But anyway, as a Newcastle fan, if he was a Newcastle manager, would you be the same kind of results? Okay, same situation. Would you be Ange in or Ange out?
I would be Ange in because I think he needs time. I mean, there's a similar situation going on in Newcastle United at the moment with Eddie Howe. I have heard people that are saying, you know, it's time for a change, blah, blah, blah. I think that's stupid. I think Howe needs time, more time. I think it's the same with Ange Postecoglou. I think you've got to be patient, and I think you will get it right eventually.
I completely agree. I completely agree. If Ange was the Arsenal manager or the Celtic manager, okay, today, you know, and he's been the Celtic manager, so really I can't use that as an example. If he was the Arsenal manager, because the Premier League is completely different, let's be honest, yeah. Yeah, I'd be saying the same thing, okay, I'd be saying the same thing. I would say, give the guy time, give the guy backing, buy wisely.
Well,
buy wisely, spend wisely in the transfer market.
You've got January coming up. Obviously, January is a very poor time to buy.
It's a hard market.
It's expensive.
Yes.
Most players don't want to move.
Yeah.
Because it's right slap bang in the middle. So it's a tug of war. January transfer window. You're kind of looking at maybe players who aren't getting played or not getting the game. Why they're not getting the game? Probably because they're not good enough. Always better to wait to spend the big cash in the summer when people are happier to make a move. And I think if Levy gives them the money and he gets his wishes,
spends wisely.
Yeah, I think we'll do all right.
Yeah, well, you know he's got a Korean coming in, yeah, Yang.
Yeah,
comes in, you know, so he's gone back to, like, you know, Asia. Well, look.
Well, he may well hit the Japanese and Korean market quite like he did at Celtic.
Well, it's worked for him in Celtic. Will it work for him in the Premier League? We have yet to see. Look, supporting Celtic, knowing Ange, and you all know, I love Ange. I would fully back him if he was the Arsenal manager with these results, because he will bring trophies to Spurs, unfortunately. That's my opinion.
No, I agree. I totally agree. And I think a bit of perseverance, a bit of, we're always too quick to say, right, this result's not happening, this is not happening, and we sack a manager. Exactly. And you just got to start all over again. Yeah, well, and that's going to take two.
Levy's fucking sacked for
But that's going to take, that's another 2 seasons for a new manager.
Exactly. Exactly. Anyway, look, that's it from me, Shah. Boom, I'm out.
Me, Keeper, I'm out.
See you next time.